What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, bringing you the top 10 One Piece Treasure Cruise tips for new players. Now, for the more experienced players, feel more than free to leave your own tips in the comment section, and of course, all support is awesome, so thank you so much for watching the video. Let's get into the tips. Tip number 1 will be the most important tip. This is to back up your own account by using SNS. You click the bottom right button, which is others, and you scroll down a little bit and you click change device, or press or tap change device. Here you then go into change device with SNS and you connect your own account to your Twitter account or your Facebook account. I've already done this, so I get this menu, but it's a very simple process. Just do it, it will keep your account safe. Tip number 2, guys, is a golden rule of the game. Do not, and I repeat one more time, do not revive yourself when you get a game over. Do not waste a single rainbow gem trying to revive yourself. The only time this is permitted is if you get, and you know this is a rare character, if you get a rare character to drop in story mode and you know it's there and you know you're going to be able to complete that story mode, then you can do it. That is the only time you are allowed to gem to revive yourself. For other people, they also recommend gemming for certain characters later into the game called raid bosses, such as Mihawk or Enel. If you follow the story of One Piece, you'll know who they are. Maybe to get one copy you can gem for those, but that in itself is all up to you. But otherwise, outside of that, do not, and I repeat once again, do not gem to revive yourself. Tip number 3, guys, is to expand your box space. If you're serious about playing this game, or even semi-serious about playing this game, you're going to get a lot of characters, a lot of fodder units. Fodder units are basically crap units that don't really have any purpose, but they're going to stack up into your box. You're going to need them for EXP and stuff, and you're going to want to expand your character box. Otherwise, you're not going to have space for all your good characters either. So what you want to do is, ideally, you want to get to at least 250 box space, but for a new player, that is a big ask, so I recommend at least getting it to 100 box space before you start spending your gems anywhere else. Tip number 4, guys, is don't spend gems for rare recruits. Rare recruits is to unlock new characters that can only be unlocked from this special pool called the rare recruits, but do not do it outside of Sugofest events. Here right now on the screen, I have just done a multi-pool which costs 50 gems, and it will give me 11 new characters, some potentially from the story, and most of them will be from the rare recruit pool. However, this is a limited time only event, so you have to pay attention to the news and the time frame for when these exclusive characters are available. The Sugofest exclusive characters are very powerful characters known as 6 stars or legends. Basically, you want to only pull at this time because you have a chance of pulling one of these characters. As you can see, guys, there is a red poster dropping down on my screen, and that's because it's a legendary Sugo rare character only available during this time. As you can see as well, I'm probably not looking the most happy right now, and the reason for that is because it was a duplicate character, but nonetheless, for you new players, you want to get these best characters, so you should only be pulling during Sugofest. Keep that in mind. Tip number 5, guys, is to unlock Usopp. Now, the way to unlock Usopp for free is basically to keep playing story mode until the very end of Syrup Village. This will not take you a long time. You can probably do this within the first 1 hour of playing the game. Usopp is actually a very good character once you evolve him. Now, that's surprising, right? Because in the anime and in the manga, Usopp is one of the weakest characters, but he will have his very incredible use later on into the game and early on into the game as well. So you're definitely going to want to pick him up, and you just have to complete story mode. You're going to pick up a bunch of gems on the way as well, so there's really no reason not to do story mode. Now, as you can see on the screen, we're about to unlock Usopp after we skip the story button here. Here is the beautiful man himself, Usopp, 3 stars. Now, what you want to do is you're going to want to evolve this Usopp later on into Golden Pound Usopp. Now, Golden Pound Usopp is the second option in this guy's evolution screen, and he requires 3 different materials to evolve. At the same time, you're also going to receive a ship called the Merry-Go. Now, the Merry-Go is where you want to spend your cola. This is tip number 6. You don't want to spend any cola on the dinghy because that is a trap. Now what you ideally want to do is to get the Merry-Go to, I believe, around level 6 or level 5, which is where you unlock the 1.2 times boost to your crew's attack. This is a very significant amount. It might not seem like much, but every little bit of attack boost does help in doing extra damage. So Merry-Go is your priority as a newcomer to ships. Now again, very briefly, going back to the Usopp point, as you can see on the screen here, we have 2 different versions of Usopp, and as you can see, the second row has 3 different materials. These are called evolver materials. You want to select this option when evolving your Usopp, because this Usopp is much better than the first option. Moving on to tip number 7 is to go into your character box and favorite all your useful and important characters. The way you can tell if they're favorited or not is if they have a gold star on them in the top right corner. How to favorite them: you just go into character box, click down or hold down or tap down on one of your favorite characters and tap the favorite button. What the favorite does, it makes them immune from you accidentally selling them or consuming them in evolutions, etc, etc, and basically it just makes them immune from any accidents. So be sure to favorite and safe keep those units. Tip number 8, guys. This is quite an important tip. It's not the end of the world if you mess up here. A lot of people do this mistake at the very beginning of the game. But as you can see here, this is what you call a cotton candy, this little ball of fluff. They can come in red, yellow, orange, or green. If you get a green one, especially for green ones, you want to isolate them and feed them to a fodder unit such as a sea pony or a turtle. Basically something like that. Favorite one of those and just put only green candy. Only green candy goes on this material, and the reason for that is because the green candy boosts the recovery stat, and the recovery stat is only useful or can only be utilized properly with certain characters. And a list of that you can find on different forums such as Reddit, the One Piece Treasure Cruise official strategy guide, One Piece database. All of those links will be in the description, but you basically don't want to waste this candy on random units. Now for all other candies, it is ideal to only put these on very good characters, but if you are running out of box space or you want to use the EXP that comes with the candy, my advice is, although I don't recommend it, you can put them on your starter Luffy, because your starter Luffy actually evolves into a very good character later on into the game, but that comes very late into the game, so I don't recommend it. But if you have no other choice, then feed them to your Luffy. Tip number 9, guys, is to use your stamina efficiently. Now, to use your stamina efficiently during story mode is to basically use your stamina only on islands when they have either double pirate EXP labeled by the pirate EXP ×2 or half stamina labeled by stamina times 0.5. This will basically mean you're getting more for your stamina. However, in the early game, it doesn't matter too much because your level is so low, you're going to get so much EXP that you're constantly going to level up and regain your stamina bar. However, once you get to a higher level, you are going to want to manage this more efficiently. Furthermore, if you touch the blue compass, the little circular thing in the middle of the screen or the lower middle of the screen, also known as a log pose, it will take you to this menu where you can see all the different islands. Tip number 10, guys, is to either use the One Piece Treasure Cruise official strategy guide or to use Reddit. Now, if you don't know what Reddit is a great resource. It is a fantastic website where there are tons upon tons of different communities coming together to share and discuss whatever the topic is at hand within their respective communities. Now, in the case of the One Piece Treasure Cruise subreddit, there is a fantastic community on there of moderators and casual users, hardcore players, any users on there. They are wonderful people, more than happy to help you with the game, more than happy to converse with you on the game. You can also find friends to play the game with on here as well with the One Piece Treasure Cruise friend request mega threads. Basically, all the knowledge you need of the game can be found on this subreddit. I will link that in the description. Be sure to click on it, be sure to participate. And that is pretty much it from my video, guys. Those are my top 10 tips. Of course, there is so much more about this game. This game is actually pretty damn in-depth. It has its own meta, and it can get pretty extreme. So do subscribe to my channel if you're interested in learning more about that, seeing more about that. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.